This is the IST Health Tip of the Day. I'm your host, Roberto Parker. This podcast, we tackle the tough questions related to exercise, training for athletes, human performance, biochemical, biomechanical dysfunctions, problems that sometimes you have questions about that you don't quite know the answer to. So stay tuned, enjoy, take good notes, and God bless. Okay, you're frustrated as heck that you can't lose the weight, body fat specifically, and that you can't put on the muscle. Now, in a couple of weeks here, it's going to be 2021. It's going to be a new year. Many people are going to be setting goals and their resolutions, which I'm not really a big fan of resolutions. I say when it needs to be done, just do it. I don't care if it's January 1, June 1, August 1, or December 1. Just go out and do it. Let's take a scientific approach to this, guys. Scientific. Too many people apply emotion to wanting to lose weight and put on muscle. You can't do it that way. Excuse me. It has to be a scientific approach. Now, let me say this also. When you're younger in life, under the age of 30, maybe even 35, you can get away with a lot more than you can when you start getting to be up in the years beyond 30 and 35. Because when you're younger, this is key. Listen to this. Your body is more insulin sensitive, meaning that the job of insulin now is to escort nutrients, i.e., glucose, to tissues of the body for energy. When you're insulin resistant, insulin does not do a very effective job of escorting those nutrients, i.e., glucose, to different tissues for energy. It sits in the bloodstream for periods of time, it becomes toxic, and wait for it, you put on body fat. So as you age, your body will naturally begin to become more insulin resistant. Also, the body does not produce nearly as much growth hormone, which is also important for toning up and keeping the body fat down. Now, when growth hormone teams up with insulin, that typically equals more muscle tone, less body fat. You need insulin to put on muscle tone, by the way. Insulin is one of the most important hormones in our body. Now, listen to this. When insulin teams up with our old buddy cortisol, which is a stress hormone, that typically means you're going to retain a lot of body fat, put on more body fat, lose muscle, not gain muscle, and also increase the aging process. So as you become older, your body's going to make less growth hormones. Your body's going to become more insulin resistant. That is not a good thing. But you can change that. That can be changed, ladies and gentlemen. But you have to work at it. You have to be smart about it and scientific about it. And some things are going to be a little bit uncomfortable for you at times. But so what? How bad do you want to lose body fat? How bad do you want to tone up? You've got to get outside that comfort zone. I wrote down a few notes here. Principle number one, target a feeding cycle for yourself. Feeding cycle meaning the time of day where you consume most of your calories. Like what combination of foods do you want? Now, I'm not going to go into real specifics here, but some people, I personally advocate a lot higher protein and a little bit more fat for most people. Okay, but it depends. It depends on whether I'm training a highly competitive athlete who's going to consume more carbohydrates or someone who's not quite as active, they're going to consume more protein fats. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that. Okay. But the feeding cycle must consist of time of the day, combination of food groups, and the amount of calories. Number two, training cycles. What type of exercise program do you have or activity program do you have in terms of sets, reps, tempo, load, recovery, duration, and frequency? Because that will determine the type of feeding cycles that you need to have. The third one, sleep and rest cycles. REM, rapid eye movement. If you're not getting a deep sleep, REM, your body is not making melatonin and growth hormone like it should. Thus, you're impeding your growth potential. Thus, you're increasing the potentiality of retaining body fat, gaining more body fat, losing muscle. Melatonin also is important in that REM. Cell regeneration. When you sleep at night, your body repairs itself. You don't get stronger during working out period sessions. You don't get stronger going for an 8-mile walk. You become stronger when you rest that evening and your body is remodeling and resetting itself. That is when you're getting stronger. It's in the down period. It's when the sun goes down and now your body goes into rest and digest mode. It's called parasympathetic. That is when you're building. So keep that in mind. Sleep is essential. Now, getting back to insulin and growth hormone. What did I just say is produced at night? Growth hormone. If you're overtraining, you're going to the gym 2 hours a day, but you're only sleeping 4 hours a night, you're taking one step back and one step forward. Yes, you're tearing muscles down. Yes, you might be eating the right type of foods, but you're not getting enough sleep. Your body is not making growth hormone. You need that good cocktail in there. That growth hormone plus insulin sensitivity. And when you're stressed, and trust me, if you're not getting enough sleep but you're still working out like an animal, your body is stressed. You will not be insulin sensitive. Sorry, not happening. Okay? So, metabolism is also important. Now, metabolism basically is how well your body is utilizing energy. And so, once again, unfortunately, as you age, your metabolism tends to decline. But you can maintain a good metabolic base with yourself by building, you got it, muscle. How do you build muscle? Going back to feeding cycles, training cycle, sleep and rest cycle. That is your cocktail. Now, I know what you're thinking. Roberto, well, give me the secret ingredients here as to how much feeding cycle, how much training cycle, how much sleep. Okay, here's the secret. It depends on your body type. It depends on your biochemical makeup. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. Now, there are some commonalities, there's some common denominators, but basically, everybody's going to be different. The denominator on the bottom is the same, but the numerator on top is going to vary from person to person. Just that little bit of a difference will make a huge difference in how you respond to the feeding cycle, training cycle, and sleep cycle. Now, put this all together, guys, you're going to have great results, but you got to find the right person to help you. You're looking at one of them. It doesn't have to be me. I know that I can be somewhat a aggressive person at times in my personality, but most times I'm pretty nice. But the point is this. If I'm not the person for you, find somebody who knows their stuff. Ask a lot of questions. Find the right type of trainer for you. But I personally, in my practice, what I do, I will sit down with you as an individual and I will interview you and you will interview me to see if it is a good fit. Because I want to ask you to do something and you said you're going to do it, I expect you to do it. Period. Okay, be a person of your word. And I expect you to feel the same about me as a trainer. I will do it for you. So give me a call, 816-405-7703. Email us rwpsports@yahoo.com. and I will put together a program for you. It's not going to be a quick and easy 1 day thing. You may have to have multiple consultation sessions and training sessions in order for us to find the right feeding, training, and sleeping cycle for you. Hey guys, take care and God bless. This has been another ISD health tip of the day.